Hello everyone, this is Chris with FT86 Speed Factory. Today I have the Spec-D boomerang style headlight for the Scion FRS. We're going to go ahead and get these installed in the silver car. With 12 volt wiring we have a lot of options. For our boomerang we can have it on just with the DRL, with the low beams, with the high beams, or on always. I'll show you a few techniques of how to get that wired up. We also have our turn signal area. Now we can keep the turn signals that are already on the front of the vehicle, or we can disable them. I'll show you that as well. To undo the bolts that are holding the headlights in, we're going to have to take the bumper off. Go ahead and go to one side and undo the fender. There's going to be 3 fasteners right here and 1 up in the side marker area. Go ahead and give those a little turn with a Phillips head screwdriver. Just a quarter turn and they'll start to pop out. Pull all of them out. Push the fender liner back a little and it'll expose another hole a little bit closer to the side marker. Insert a flathead screwdriver, push down real hard, and it'll push this little clip in. That'll free the side marker. You don't need to take the light out. Just go back to this clip and pop it out. Repeat this process for the other side. Alright, we're going to start up top with a 10mm socket. Now there's 7 bolts and 4 fasteners. 1 on the headlight here, and the last one on the other headlight. The 4 fasteners, 1 on the headlight, 2 in the bumper area, and then the last one on the other headlight. When you're done unbolting the top, go ahead and remove this and set it to the side. Now you have to start on the bottom. Start at one side of the vehicle, work your way to the other. There'll be a lot of bolts and fasteners holding the bumper in. Okay, for the actual removal of the bumper, a lot of people, including us, recommend that you have 2 people to do it. But if you don't, we'll show you how. If there are any wires right there, go ahead and push them in. Now remove the little clip at the top of the side marker area. And go ahead and pull the bumper out just a little bit. Then move to the other side and do that. Now that you carefully pulled out the sides without damaging the fenders, pull the whole bumper out. Note that you're going to have to disconnect the old turn signals. Now set the bumper to the side. This plastic surround is actually what holds the headlight in. There are 4 bolts. Again, you'll use your 10mm socket on them. Once you've got your last bolt out, go ahead and pull the surround off. And then pull your headlight out. Be sure to detach any wiring that might still be connected to it. Since you already have your bumper off, now is as good of a time as any to go ahead and do your wiring. There'll be 4 wires that are free from the harness. These 2 are grounds. Honestly, only one of them has to be connected because we already tested it out. But go ahead and connect both of these to the chassis or connect them to a ground wire. The white wire is the positive for the boomerang, and the yellow is the positive for the turn signal. Now, since this installation isn't going to be permanent on our vehicle, we're just go ahead and wrap the wires around these connectors. Locate your turn signal. Here you can decide if you want to disable it completely by snipping the red wire and just making a connection to the yellow, or to keep it intact and have both of them run as a turn signal. You can solder this in, or you can get a T-tap. We've connected the yellow to the red wire and then the black to the black. First, I'm going to show you the most straightforward installation. If you had OEM lights, you're going to have this splitter for the low beams and the high beams. Go ahead and remove that. We won't be using it with the Spec-D headlights. If you want the boomerang to come on only with the DRLs, this is how you'd wire it. Look at the clip with the little notch on the bottom and the big clip up on top. The wire that's on the top left is going to be your positive wire for the DRL. Go ahead and wire the positive to this one, and right below it is the negative. Go ahead and wire the black into it. The top is white with a blue stripe, and the bottom is white with silver bands. If you want the boomerang to come on with the parking lights, low beam or high beam, use the same ground wire, so that'd be bottom left, and then for the high beam, go bottom right. And you're not going to connect them at the connectors. You're going to actually use the wires on the back. So for the positive, that would be red with silver stripe, and the same white with silver stripe on the other side for the ground. The wiring on the passenger side is actually the same, however, the wires are different colors. The positive will be this red with white stripe. The negative will still be this white with silver band for the DRL. Now, to get it to come on with low beams, parking lights, and high beams, you're going to use the positive on the opposite side, which just happens to be white with silver bands as well. So if we look at the connector, that's negative, positive for the DRL, and then positive for parking lights, low beam, and high beam. In another video, we'll show you how to install HIDs, but it does involve cutting a round hole in the back of this so you can pass the HID wires through this area. If you're going to install it with the standard halogens, you don't need to mess with this. Go ahead and reverse the procedure to reinstall this headlight. Once you're done, clip this into the harness we showed you earlier. This will provide power for the low beam and high beam, which is all in one projector and controlled by a mechanical flap. And that's the installation of the Spec-D boomerang style headlights on the Scion FRS. For alternate methods on how to wire the boomerang, please look at the comments section below. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.